going on, guys? Just hit the dirt road for Hunt Camp Labor Day weekend 2021. It's Wednesday the 1st. Season's open 2 days ago on the 30th. And I had to work. Got the bow back there, all the gear. Right now, Bill's the only one up here. Has a little bit of washboard there, but making the drive in and get camp set up, and maybe get out for an evening hunt tonight. We'll see. Brought up steaks for the boys. Get those cooked up a little bit later. Scott should be leaving town at some point this evening with his dad. That'd be Uncle Niall. I've got to go back into town Friday to get my dad. He's got to do some babysitting. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be a good time. So it's going to be... should be a fun trip. It'll be the first trip with my new tent. So we'll see how that goes. People don't know how to drive these roads and create washboards. It's annoying. It's about 20 miles or so to camp, depending on if the sign was talking about the actual mine or the actual town site of Delamar. We're pretty much camped at the old campsite, but it's a couple more miles down from the entrance to the mine. It's all dirt road. Right now I'm still in Oregon. Should be coming up to the border here any second. Crossing back into Idaho, but unfortunately I'm on a lot of private here for a while. But I'm probably gonna put the old release on just in case. We got pretty good access to the bow, depending on how things shifted on the drive in, which hasn't been too bad till right now. That's what washboard roads will do to you, though. Like I said, it's going to be a good time, though. Scott, sorry to told you that little fib the other day, but yes, I did get the four-wheeler going. I hate to say it was my own dumb mistake. Lesson learned. I could have had it going a year ago and spent $70 less on it, but the important thing is it's going. So hopefully the shifting issue I'm having with it works itself out after riding it for a while, because it hasn't been ridden for 2 years. Probably needs to go in for some service, but at this point, might look into getting rid of it. We'll see. See what the next year brings. I'll check in later, get you a view from the other way. Driving down, it's called Cow Creek. Funny story about how we discovered this little shortcut, because it saves us about a half-hour drive time. My mom came up with Scott's wife, and they were following the GPS. Well, the GPS wanted them to go all the way back around, come in from the other way, so it turned them down this road. Up here in a little bit, you'll see they ran into a water crossing, and being o'clock at night, they could not tell how deep it was. So they got a little scared, which I don't blame them. I'm not saying that, but my mom and I decided to take a trip into George Valley, and we came this way just to see. Discovered where it came out at the main highway, and discovered it saved us a lot of miles, because from Delamar to George Valley, Oregon, I believe it's like 25 or 30 miles. Going this way, it's only 20, and a lot less elevation change. You go through about 2 valleys going the other way, and this one you go through one. And that's where the water crossing is. It's not really, you're pretty much traveling down the valley, so it's not as bad. The creek is right over there. We're going is over that way. Side of those mountains, we're wrapping back around and headed back towards Silver City, so it almost did a complete loop. It's really crazy. Once we get to the crossing, I'll check back in. Okay, I think we're getting close to the crossing now. The road on the other side, so yeah, we're getting right there to it. My mom was coming, and cousin's wife were coming from the other direction. Pitch black. Couldn't see nothing. This side of the road, the creek crossing, is definitely the better part of the road. There's a few other spots that times are creek crossings on the other side. But still new to this. I don't have a film crew following me or anything. It's just me by myself. So it is what it is. I hope to get bigger and bigger, but I'm not really pushing for it real hard. I'm just doing this mainly. I enjoy watching these kind of videos on YouTube, so I decided to start doing some myself. I've been considering a channel name change. I'm not sure what I'd go to, but if I ever want to do merch, it just seems like the name I've got isn't going to be as cool as like Hush, Born and Raised, Shit Crazy, that kind of stuff. I forgot to look at mileage too, how far it is, but we're just cruising along. It's not even time for Scott to be off work yet, and I'm assuming he's getting off on time, so it's 5 to 5. I honestly don't know what time he was getting off today, or what time he gets off most days anymore, since he's the only one working there. But good for you, cuz. Keep up the good work. Can't wait to see you up here. There's a vehicle going up ahead of us. I believe that's the last hill climb before we drop down into the Delamar Road, which turns into Silver City Road. Got this one last little downhill section. Kind of looking for Tim. I don't think I got him on the videos last year, but he had a toy hauler up here last year hanging out with us, and came up for a night the year before. Nice guy, fellow Letterkenny fan. I like to talk to him about that. Joke around with him. If you haven't caught any of those episodes, you should check out Letterkenny on Hulu. Unless foul language offends you, then I wouldn't, because it's got a lot of foul language in it. I will warn you about that. Parental warning. I mean, it's no more than a lot of these other shows that people watch, but adult humor. Bird scared me. Bunch of cows there waiting to be picked up. Got a little cattle pen here where they bring the trucks in and gather them up. I don't know if they'll take them to the slaughterhouse outside of Kuna. I used to work there. Worst 6 months of my life. Don't get me wrong, I was bringing home decent money, but at the cost of not having any time to actually spend the money. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Nope, here's a truck. Another one. Give him a wave, no wave back. Come on, guys. We're all out here enjoying nature. Somebody gives you a wave, give them a little wave back. long as this video's starting to become, I'm gonna have to cut it into every day a different video depending on how much I film during the day. One year, right around this corner here, I had a deer jump out in front of me. I want to say it was the last time I brought the four-wheeler up here. Good times, good times. Oh, some washboards. Wow. Almost got me sideways. That's Delamar Mine up there. Inky area. So we're getting close now. Still a little early for the evening hunt, but you know, you just always got to keep an eye out. You never know when they'll start popping out. It's cooler. It's only 74 degrees right now. Bring the 30-06 with me in case I saw a cougar. I don't know. I just don't feel like seeing cougars up close enough to shoot them with my bow. But 2 years ago, we had one across the road from where we camped at. So that was the first and only time I've ever seen one in the wild. Okay, now we're getting close to the end of the road now. Travel this road enough I should know, but I always forget. Mind plays tricks on you. Now, I'll check back in when we get there. Possibly more of a dump site. Got a lot of cans around. Literally like 20 feet from the last time I checked in. Interesting what you can find in the hills. Check in later. Pardon me. Morning or afternoon, evening. Jeez. What's up, YouTube? This is the end of officially day one of hunting. I just had a encounter just down the road here. Drew back on a doe. I'm guessing 60 yards. I didn't take my rangefinder. I was dressed in shorts, just like this. Sitting here listening to a Boise State game. Looked up and saw a deer across the way. It was a doe. Walked up. She was with 2 yearlings. Pulled back, but a yearling right behind her, so I didn't want to let go, and 60 was kind of pushing it. And one thing I don't want to do is wound something and let it rot out here. So, right thing to do, not to let the arrow fly, but it's going to happen. It will happen. Four-wheeler's starting to get better and better. I'm making it farther and farther. I'm not making it as far as the other guys are, but made a trip last night and it started dying on me just up the road a ways. Today I've made 3 different trips, and each time I go a little farther. And the first one I had issues, but Last two I haven't had any issues. I've just been cautious. I'm getting ready to fire up the barbecue and start cooking some burgers. Everybody else should be back before too long. So see if any of those guys got anything. Here's our camp set up. I got my four-wheeler, my trailer parked over there, my truck, Niles truck, Niles trailer. Got the Easy Up Tent City. It's tent I'm sleeping in. That's where I got all the cooking set up. Four-wheeler trailer. Bill's bourbon. He's sleeping in the bourbon. Offered to let him sleep in the tent, but I don't blame him. That bourbon's probably warmer. So put those windows open, but you know, gotta let air in. But yeah, this is the setup. So it was just straight ahead there where that deer came out. So pretty cool. Like I said, we'll check in and see if they got anything. What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. I'll probably just link all my videos from this hunting season into one, since I didn't do an outro to the last one. Dad and I came out here to the Montour Wildlife Management Area looking for pheasants. We actually didn't hear a whole lot of shots, so I'm not thinking there's a whole lot of pheasants running around. That or they're hiding. There's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
So we're back at the truck. We went out for about an hour. We'll have a quick snack, reevaluate, and decide what we're gonna do. Work's been getting in the way, so I haven't done a whole lot of hunting this fall. But that's all right. But a little bit we do get to go out. We have fun, so that's the important thing, even if we don't see anything. Let me switch you around so you can see what this place looks like a little bit. Nice little flat area. Over that direction's the Payette River. You got all this area that the Fish and Game comes out and stalks with pheasant. Cost you $24 for the permit to come hunt out here, but it's fun. Get easier with the dog probably, but
yeah, this is impossible to hunt without a dog. Not impossible, but your odds of success are real low.
And we've brought our dogs out here before, but they're not bird dogs, so that didn't help much.
Damn things can't fly a lick.
But we're gonna eat some sandwiches, eat some chips, and then figure out what we're gonna do from there. Either way, I'll check in later. What's going on, guys? Haven't checked in a long time. I've got 3 different sets of videos that I recorded, but I never did an outro. So I thought I'd just combine them all into one video. But I thought I'd just add this part to it. We're almost midway through January now. I only made it out hunting 2 more times after Labor Day weekend. I never made it out on a late archery hunt. I thought I'd just kind of update what all went down during the last season and what the goals are for the next season. Labor Day weekend, Mild Bill got his first deer. It's pretty awesome. I came super close. I was drawn back on a deer. I was drawn back for a long time waiting for it to just give me a shot. It never did. I finally had to let down the bow. Of course, then it took off. It was less than 20 yards away. But a fence and a bush between me and it. And looked like one of the wires of the fence was going right through the vital, so didn't take the shot. This is a Oregon Trail interpretive site out here, just to the east of the town I live in. That mountain there is Lucky Peak. Most people know Lucky Peak Reservoir, but that's the actual mountain. These mountains around me are the Danskins. This is where I do a lot of my late archery hunting. Not this particular spot. This spot here is not open. I thought I'd just come out and take a little walk. Enjoy the winter. Snow's a little crunchy, a little icy. So if I get a little wobbly on the camera, it's because I'm slipping and sliding. I'd bring the dogs out, let them have a little bit of a walk around. Stella hasn't been doing too good here lately. And there's old Clemmy. Not sure how much longer Stella's going to be with us. She's getting to the top of the age for boxer. And we don't know exactly how old she is. She's definitely starting to show her age. So I probably won't walk out here too far. I don't want to wear her out too much. But anyway, on with the recap of the season. So Labor Day weekend, out of our group, one person got an animal. And then I went out, I remember for 1 or 2 weekends later, decided to try for an elk. And didn't see any elk. Saw a few deer. Didn't even see any elk sign. It was sad. But I didn't get to look at a whole lot of area. I got to go out for a day. And then in October, Dad and I went on one pheasant hunt. I didn't get to do any rifle deer hunting. I didn't get to do any late archery. I didn't even get to do a whole lot of pheasant hunting. And right now I think there might be waterfowl. I've never waterfowl hunted. I don't really have the equipment for waterfowl hunting. Always wanted to try it. But I don't have retrieving dogs. I don't know anybody that has retrieving dogs. But one of these days I'll give it a shot and try to find some way to do it. Should put my other coat on. I brought a heavier coat with me. Had some gloves on in it. Could use those gloves right now. My hands are cold. Anyway, so that wraps up what happened last season. My goals for this year. Number one goal, actually make it out to go turkey hunting. I didn't go at all last year. I had a tag for it and never went. Also, if I get a turkey this spring, then I'm gonna try for a bear, because why not? And so between now and the spring, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of work to my rifle. I want to get a new scope for it. I'm looking at doing a new stock on it, trying to make it into a little bit better shooter. Don't get me wrong, it shoots way better than I do, but I have a really hard time seeing the scope. So I didn't really know what I was. How long? You kidding me? Okay, I don't know where I ended up losing that at, but I want to do some work to my hunting rifle. I have a Remington Model 700 in 30-06. Oh, here's some deer tracks right here in the snow. This is some of their winter range. And judging by birds over there, I'd almost say that might be a dead animal over that way. Anyway, I want to do a new scope and a new stock. And I just I actually wanted to go out and just shoot it some more, but ammunition, if you guys have been looking, it's been hard to find ammunition. Let me zoom in here. That canyon over there is where Highway 21 runs in, or it runs in the bottom of that. If you were to follow that down, you'd run right into Lucky Peak Reservoir. At least the dam of it. It's actually just a little bit over this way. Straight out that way, it's hard to see. That's the town I live in. And then the mountains way out there, or some of the Owyhees, that's where we go early season hunting at. So as you can see, because I usually go up in that direction rifle hunting, and then straight ahead downtown, and then over that way is Table Rock, and then clear over near the Oregon border is where I go elk hunting at. So I'm within 3 or 4 hours of everywhere I go hunting at. I'd like to expand that out a little bit eventually, but for right now, it's not bad. See some tan spots over on that hillside over there, but I can't tell if it's just rocks and bushes or if it's actually something. I don't see any movement. I know there's deer out here. Obviously, we just saw tracks, but this isn't the first time I've came out here in the winter, and this is probably the most slick it's been when I've been out here. So other goals I have is to do a little more fishing over the summer. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't get to go fishing at all last year. And a lot of that has to do with hold on. So trying to do more fishing this summer. I don't know. I've talked to my boss at work. He wasn't very happy last year when I took Labor Day weekend off. So I don't know if he'll let me have Labor Day weekend off, or I'm just gonna have to skip out on that. We'll have to wait and see. I like that hunt. I like to be with family. But just see what happens. We're going through a lot of changes at my work. So we'll see what the next year brings with that. I'm hoping that with the changes at work, it might afford me more opportunity to go out. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Almost back to the truck. Just decided to come out here for a quick little hike. So Stella's not doing too good, so I want to overdo her. I know she enjoys this kind of thing. You can see she's a happy girl. And she won't even jump in the truck anymore. So we'll see what this next year brings. Archery shoot this weekend, but I'm not going to be able to attend that, unfortunately. Vacations at work. I'll see what happens with the rest of them. I'm going to spend most of my vacation time probably mostly on hunting. We'll see. Here's a top view of that interpretive site. Another part of the valley. I-84 runs down in there. But thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm sorry about that. But if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. I'm gonna try to get out here and do a little more outdoor activity this year, just in general. So catch you on the next one.